Good day, everyone. Today, we are going to begin with an important and very interesting subject microbiology. The topic for today is the introduction to microbiology, the major divisions of the microbial world, and the relationship among these microorganisms. Let us start with the basic concept. Microbiology is the branch of science that deals with the study of microorganisms. These are very small living organisms that cannot be seen with the naked eye and requires a microscope for observation. Microorganisms are present everywhere in air, soil, water, and even inside the human body. They include bacteria, viruses, fungi, protozoa, and some types of algae. Now, why is microbiology important in pharmaceutical science? Microorganisms have both beneficial and harmful roles. On one hand, they are responsible for causing many infectious diseases. On the other hand, they are extremely useful in the production of drugs, vaccines, enzymes, and antibiotics. For example, the antibiotic penicillin is produced using microorganisms and has played a major role in treating bacterial infections. In addition, microbiology helps in ensuring sterility and preventing contamination in pharmaceutical products, which is very important for patient safety. If we look at the historical development of microbiology, it began with the invention of the microscope. Anton von Leeuwenhoek was the first person to observe microorganisms and describe them as animalcules. Later, Louis Pasteur demonstrated that microorganisms are responsible for fermentation and spoilage, and he also contributed to the development of vaccines. Robert Koch further proved that specific microorganisms cause specific diseases, which laid the foundation for modern medical microbiology. Now, let us move on to the major divisions of the microbial world. Microorganisms are broadly classified based on their cellular organizations into three main groups: prokaryotes, eukaryotes, and acellular microorganisms. First, prokaryotes. These are simple unicellular organisms that do not have a true nucleus. Their genetic material is present in a region called nucleoid, but it is not enclosed by a nuclear membrane. They also lack membrane-bound organelles. Bacteria are the most important examples of prokaryotes. Even though they are simple in structure, they are highly adaptable and can survive in a wide range of environments. Some bacteria are harmful and cause diseases, while others are beneficial and play roles in processes like fermentation and drug production. Next, we have eukaryotes. These are more complex organisms with a well-defined nucleus and membrane-bound organelles. Eukaryotic microorganisms include fungi, protozoa, and algae. Fungi can exist as unicellular yeast or multicellular molds. They have a cell wall made of chitin and reproduce by spores. Protozoa are unicellular organisms that are often motile and can cause parasitic infections. Algae are photosynthetic organisms that are mostly found in aquatic environments and contribute to oxygen production. The third group is acellular microorganisms, mainly viruses. Unlike prokaryotes and eukaryotes, viruses do not have a cellular structure. They consist of genetic material, either DNA or RNA, surrounded by a protein coat. Viruses cannot survive or reproduce on their own. They require a host cell for replication. That is why they are called obligate intracellular parasites. Now, if we look more closely at bacteria, they can be classified based on their shape. Some are spherical and are called cocci, some are rod shaped and are called bacilli, and some are spiral shaped and are called spirilla. This classification is important in identifying microorganisms in the lab. Moving on, let us understand the relationships among the microorganisms and between microorganisms and humans. This relationship can be beneficial, neutral, or harmful. The first type is symbiosis, where both organisms benefit from the relationship. The second type is commensalism, where one organism benefits while the other is neither harmed nor benefited. A good example is the normal flora present in the human body. The third type is parasitism, where one organism benefits at the expense of the host, causing harm and often leading to disease. Now, let us talk briefly about normal flora, also known as microbiota. These are the microorganisms that normally reside in different parts of our body, such as skin, gastrointestinal tract, and respiratory tract. They are not harmful under normal conditions and actually provide several benefits. They help in digestion, produce certain vitamins, and prevents the growth of harmful pathogens by competing with them. So, when we look at the microbial world as a whole, we can see that it is very diverse and complex. Microorganisms differ in structure, function, and behavior, but they are all interconnected in various ways. Some are beneficial, some are harmful, and many have roles that depend on the environment and conditions. To conclude, microbiology is the study of microscopic organisms that play a vital role in health and disease. These organisms are broadly classified into prokaryotes, eukaryotes, and acellular forms. Understanding their structure, classification, and relationships helps us in disease diagnosis, drug development, and ensuring the safety of pharmaceutical products. Thank you.